In the warm heart of an ancient forest, where the sunlight dripped through high branches like golden honey and the wind hummed with secrets of old, lived a mighty lion named Barak. He was the strongest creature in the entire wilderness, feared by many, admired by all. His roar rolled through the forest like thunder across the sky, and even the tall trees trembled when he walked. Yet despite his strength, Barak carried a loneliness that not many could see. Power, after all, often comes with distance. One bright afternoon, when the air smelled of wildflowers and the ground felt soft under gentle paws, a tiny rat named Milo scurried through the grass. Milo was small even for a rat, with bright curious eyes, twitching whiskers, and a heart full of excitement for the world. He loved exploring, chasing dandelion seeds, and collecting tiny treasures like shiny pebbles and soft feathers. As Milo ran excitedly after a floating piece of fluff, he didn't notice where he was going, not until he bumped right into something soft, warm, and much bigger than anything he had ever seen. Milo froze. He realized he had run straight onto the giant paw of the mighty lion. Barak opened one eye, and the earth itself seemed to pause. In a flash, the lion pinned the tiny rat beneath his large paw. One squeeze would be enough to end Milo's life. The forest fell silent. Even the wind held its breath. Milo trembled. "Oh, great king of the forest," he squeaked, "please spare my life. I didn't mean to disturb your rest. It was a mistake, a very silly mistake, and I am truly sorry." Barak stared at him, surprised. A creature so small, barely bigger than one of his claws, dared to speak to him. He felt Milo's tiny heartbeat racing beneath his paw. "And what could a little thing like you ever offer me in return?" Barak rumbled, amused. "Why should I not end you now for waking me?" Milo swallowed his fear. "Maybe I cannot offer you anything now," he said, voice shaking yet brave. "But one day, who knows? Perhaps I might be able to help you." The lion let out a deep rolling laugh, a sound that shook the nearby leaves. "You help me," he said, amused. "You are no bigger than my whisker, little one. But your courage entertains me, and I am not hungry today." He lifted his paw. Milo scampered away quickly but paused at a safe distance and bowed. "Thank you, great lion. I will never forget your kindness." Days passed. Then nights. The forest lived its endless cycle of rustling leaves, starry skies, and morning songs. Barak continued his roaming, and Milo continued his playful adventures. Though they returned to their own worlds, the memory of that meeting stayed quietly in both their hearts. One afternoon, when the sun was beginning its descent and the sky was painted with shades of amber and rose, Barak wandered deeper into the forest than usual. There, hunters had laid a massive net hidden beneath fallen leaves. The moment the lion stepped forward, the rope trap sprang upward, dragging him high into the air and tangling him in thick, tight knots. Barak roared. The sound echoed so loudly that birds flew from trees and small animals hid in fear. He tried to break the ropes with his claws and teeth, but the more he struggled, the tighter the net became. Leaves shook as his roaring grew weaker, filled not with power now, but pain and frustration. Not far away, Milo heard the familiar thunderous voice. That sounds like Barak," he whispered. Without hesitation, he rushed toward the sound, darting through bushes and leaping over roots. When he reached the clearing, his tiny heart nearly stopped. The mighty king of the forest was helpless, trapped, exhausted, and in danger. Milo ran toward him. "Barak, I'm here," he squeaked loudly. The lion blinked through the ropes. "Little one," he groaned, "you should run. Hunters may return at any moment. I am trapped, and you cannot help me." Milo's eyes sparked with determination. "Remember what I said? A day may come when I might be able to help you. Today is that day." Before Barak could protest, Milo scrambled up the ropes, his small sharp teeth working fast. He nibbled one knot, then another, chewing through thick strands that even Barak's mighty claws had failed to break. Milo worked tirelessly, climbing, biting, sliding, biting again. He wasn't strong, but he was fast, determined, and brave. Bit by bit, the ropes loosened. The net sagged. And finally, with a last bite, the final rope snapped. Barak fell gently to the ground, free at last. The lion stood tall, shaking off the dust and leaves. Milo dropped down beside him, panting but smiling proudly. Barak stared at the little rat, astonished. "You saved my life," he whispered, His powerful voice softened with deep gratitude. "You, a tiny creature, freed the king of the forest." Milo giggled. "I told you, great lion. Even small friends can be great helpers." Barak leaned his huge head down and touched Milo gently with his nose. "You are no ordinary rat, Milo. Today you have taught me something valuable. Strength is not measured by size, and kindness never goes unnoticed." From that day forward, Barak and Milo became the unlikeliest pair of friends the forest had ever seen. They walked together, shared stories, watched sunsets, and protected each other. The other animals watched in wonder, a powerful lion walking side by side with a tiny rat. It was a friendship that taught the whole forest an unforgettable lesson. Whenever any animal doubted themselves or felt too small, they would remember Milo's courage. And whenever anyone thought power made them superior, they remembered Barak's humility and gratitude. Together, the lion and the rat proved that even the smallest act of kindness can return in the biggest, most unexpected way. And so, in the ancient forest where sunlight and shadows danced endlessly, a mighty lion and a tiny rat lived together in peace, forever reminding the world that true strength comes from heart, not size, and that kindness is a circle that always finds its way back home.